welcome. My name is Paul Mina. I'm the President and Chief Executive Officer of United Way and the Executive Director of Mass211, and I want to welcome you to our headquarters here at 46 Park Street in lovely Framingham, Massachusetts, the hub of the universe.
On this beautiful sunny day.
On this beautiful day, and you'll notice that once you go over the town line, the weather gets worse. So when you come here, it's just beautiful, except for Shrewsbury, which is beautiful. We're here today because we have a couple of really exciting things that are happening to our world here. First, we are going to be integrating Call to Talk, our mental health suicide prevention line, with our statewide Mass211 platform, which is a big deal, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Also, we're going to be honoring a great man, somebody who's very humble and doesn't want anyone to know about it. That's why we love honoring him so much, because he doesn't want to be honored, and his name is Roger Shallon. And the third thing is that we're going to run downstairs in a couple of minutes, and we're just going to cut the ribbon to have the grand reopening of the Pearl Street Cupboard and Café, which we had to move from across the street, as some of you will remember. We were forced out of our old building. We serve 4,000 families out of that building. We distribute over 2 million pounds of food, and we just couldn't not be there. So Roger made it possible for us to buy this building with no money. So you can figure it out in your own head, okay? And he made it possible for us to come here, and when you go downstairs and see the lovely new Pearl Street Cupboard and Café, you'll understand why we're so excited. We're going to be able to serve people here for decades to come. So a lot of good things to talk about. We haven't got a lot of time, so my first pleasure here is to introduce a fellow Central Massachusetts person. Lieutenant Governor Karyn Polito is the 72nd Lieutenant Governor of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. She began her public service in local government, serving as a member of the Shrewsbury Board of Selectmen, and served for 10 years in the House of Representatives. Karyn brings her experience as a family business owner and attorney to her work. She serves as the chair of the Governor's Council to reduce sexual assault and domestic violence. She also chairs the Community Compact Cabinet, which works directly with city and town leaders to strengthen municipal-state partnerships. I would love for you all to join me in welcoming our Lieutenant Governor, Karyn Polito.
Thank you very much. So, good afternoon, everyone. It is so beautiful out. Everyone feels like just terrific today. This is a really incredible announcement when you think about using technology to better connect people to the services they need. And if there's any place we want to highlight that, it's in a place like Framingham, where you're really showing how the safety net is truly working. I remember being here not too long ago with the governor at SMOC, talking about your social services. But if people don't know that the service exists, then they're not going to get the help that they need. I think it's absolutely incredible that you can just use your smartphone and really connect people to what they need at that particular moment. So today is an incredible announcement for our Commonwealth. It's an incredible announcement for Mina and for the United Way, a true collaboration and a true partnership all the way around. So I guess my first official act today is to present this proclamation to officially proclaim this day as Mass211 Day in our Commonwealth of Massachusetts. And I'd like to present this citation to you, Paul, and to Jamie if he's here as well.
She is not, but
Okay.
we'll do it virtually with her.
Okay, very good. So, there you go. Thank you, Paul. So I just want to highlight a few things, though, relative to Mass211, because I think it bears repeating about how this tool can be used. Certainly, to highlight it, you should know the numbers. Last year, they received more than 110,000 calls and answered over 250,000 web queries from people in our Commonwealth seeking resources. Those are big numbers. Think about that day on February 11th. If someone wanted to dial up to 211, they would be able to partner and get information from Mina about the conditions on the road. That's very important. Say if someone is home in the middle of the winter and they're feeling insecure about their heat supply, who can they call? 211 and better connect to services there. or if a young family is looking for affordable child care or developmental screening for their child, they can call 211 and have someone on the other end of that call understand their concern and connect them to the EEC for the right resources to help them. What about this being a hotline for many of the services that Health and Human Services offers? Certainly in this day of epidemic relative to our opiate addiction crisis in the Commonwealth, if there is someone that you know, or someone that is concerned, or someone that you could meet in a coffee shop, you can say, please, if you're feeling in a moment that you need someone to talk to, and you're afraid to talk to someone that you know, you can call 211 and someone there will help you. The fact that these services and resources are available in 140 languages is absolutely incredible when you think about the breadth and scope of this program. And that there are callers and there are takers 24/7 all days of the year, available 100% of the time to 100% of our population. This is all available because of this partnership. Obviously, 211 is across our country, but here we have a unique opportunity to work with the United Way, certainly a household name here in this Commonwealth in terms of the services that they offer. Being able to connect to the mental health suicide prevention line and having Call to Talk available is absolutely incredibly powerful. This is for mental health and emotional support and people feeling very insecure in the place that they're at. To be able to talk to someone that has a level of sophistication on the other end to help them get to where they need to go is really empowering. There are over, and I'm sure that there are some here in this room, 165 highly trained volunteers that make this effort possible. I want to thank all of you who are in this room and those who are perhaps on a phone taking a call at this moment. We thank you for being a volunteer, for going through the training, and for being available to people that need your help. And I encourage those who could possibly be a volunteer to look into that today and to think about joining in this effort. I would like to recognize a few people here. Gary Lever, the Vice President of Mass 211. There you are, Gary. Thank you. And Eileen Davis, the Director of Call to Talk. Eileen is also here. Thank you for making this integration possible, and I know that Jamie is not here, but we appreciate her efforts as well. So today, thank you, and I know we're in this particular place because we also have the recognition and the reopening of the Pearl Street Cupboard and Café at Park. Obviously, being one of the largest food pantries and meal programs in the state, this is an incredible space where many people come to get what they need to make ends meet. This is truly a safety net that is working. I do a lot of work around the Commonwealth in terms of meeting with our local officials and getting into our cities and towns across our Commonwealth. And the true essence of what makes a strong community are great schools, making sure that kids can access the very best education. Skills for people to access a job and be able to work and bring stability to their family or to their own life. And then, of course, a safety net. The safety net of law enforcement, public safety, our police and our emergency responders and our firefighters obviously go without saying that they are always there for us. But it's that other safety net that is so important, that is critically important to binding a community together. And when you have a strong safety net in a community, and you have a strong safety net in all 351 communities of this Commonwealth, you are truly casting a net across our state that is making it possible for people to have a healthy and well life and existence here in our Commonwealth. That is empowering. And then to be able to use technology, being the most innovative state in our country, now 2 years in a row, says Bloomberg, and taking technology and using technology to connect people to a social service, to a path to self-sufficiency or a path to wellness is really empowering. So I'm very pleased to be able to celebrate and mark this moment with all of you today. And I now know that Paul would like to come back and talk about Roger, and then we will read a citation for him.
Roger, you want to come up here? You know, character is who you are and what you do when nobody's looking. And a 15-year-old boy taught me that many years ago. And Roger is a very humble individual. You know, he's one of the people that, through his hard work and blessings, has the ability to give back to help others. And I've known thousands of people like that in my career. That's what my job is, to relieve people of high net worth of their assets. That's my job. However, the point here is that Roger makes it easy, because when he found out that we were being evicted from the other building, and he found out that 4,000 families were not going to be able to have a food pantry to get food from, and that represented over 17,500 individuals, and that we were not going to be able to distribute over 2 million pounds of food, he got upset. But more importantly, he got creative. And he made it possible for us to buy this building. When I tell you that we didn't have a nickel to buy the building, I am not in any way exaggerating. We did not have a nickel. And he made it possible for us to buy the building, to afford the building, and actually at the end of the day, save money off of what we were paying for rent when we were just leasing the space. There aren't too many people who would do that for no reason other than it was the right thing to do. So today, we are very happy to honor Roger, and the Lieutenant Governor has a citation.
Thank you, Paul, and thank you, Roger. Obviously, we need a lot more Rogers in the world, right? And it's an incredible gift to this community, to our Commonwealth, and to the thousands of people who need the services that are offered there. And it should just be noted that that's extraordinary service. And to you, it might be something that was just, but of course, this is what you do. But you did it, and we are very grateful for that. And you stand as an example to perhaps others that might think of, even in a smaller way, making a contribution. You stand as an example, but an inspiration to all of us. And on behalf of the citizens of our Commonwealth, we are pleased to confer upon you our Governor's citation and recognition of your outstanding generosity, which has allowed the Pearl Street Cupboard and Café, a direct service program of the United Way of Tri-County, to find a new home. Thank you.
You guys are awesome.
Great job.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Roger.
Well, the Lieutenant Governor made the mistake of asking me if I wanted to say a few words. Those who know me, I'll just make 3 brief comments. And perhaps these are in reverse order of priority. First, I'd like to thank the Lieutenant Governor for this citation and for her participation today in this wonderful event. Second, and I've said this before, this transition was really a team effort. I played a small part, but most of the effort really, I think, well, most of the appreciation should really go to the United Way team. Paul, their board of directors, the employees and the friends who made this all happen. This kind of a move in the dead of winter, and I was going to explain how awful conditions are in the winter here in New England, but this is probably a silly day to be doing that. But there were worse days, and there were a lot of obstacles that had to be overcome. So it was a team effort. I think everybody should give themselves a pat on the back that had anything to do with this, and it was a lot of work. I think finally, I'd like to say, maybe most importantly, I think we all are looking forward to the continued good works that the United Way of Tri-County is going to bring to the community here in Metro West. I think that's the most important of all. Thank you again.
We have an incredible staff of people who work with 211 upstairs. And nobody ever gets to see them because they're operators. They're on the phone. You hear their voices, you might see them occasionally, they come out to leave and go home. But I work here and I don't know a lot of them because I don't get to see them because they're very stealthy. They come in and they go out. We have a tremendous team of people. And then we have 145 incredible volunteers who run Call to Talk and see things and talk to people when they're at their worst, when they're at their neediest. This week alone, we've had 3 suicide calls. We don't usually have 3 in a month, thankfully, or 6 months sometimes. And we had 3 in the last week. And our call takers were able to help that person mitigate the problem and make it so that they did not hurt themselves. And they did that 3 times in the last 18 days. So that's a big deal. And our Call to Talk people and our Mass211 people are all dedicated individuals who do a great job, and I want to thank them for that. You know, Call to Talk's motto is, we're here to listen. United Way's job is to help people go from becoming dependent into becoming independent and self-sufficient. Those are all noble things, and any help that you give us to do those things is a tremendous positive, and we're very grateful for your support because we could not do any of that without you. Ready? Do it.
1, 2, 3.
You know, just very briefly, this building here, those trucks that are on the side here, we don't have them there to brag. They're there because we could not move 4 million pounds of food, 2 million pounds of food a year without them. And you notice one of them is a refrigerator truck. We have walk-in refrigerators. Most food pantries don't have those things. We do that because in order for us to take that kind of food in volume so we can give it to people in need that need it, we have to have the facilities to take it. And companies trust us now. When they call us and say they've got 1,000 pallets or something, they know that we can come and get it because we have the ability to get it. So we're very grateful to all the donors on that wall that you see outside. I want to thank my dear friends at the Chamber of Commerce, Paul Joseph, and all the board members that are here today who are supporting this. And all of you who have given to us. There are many of you, and I see your faces, I know, and I can tell you, we could never do this without your help. So thank you so much for being here. This is a great place. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 to 1. You want to see something that'll brighten your day, sit in your car over there and just watch what happens here. And whatever problems you think you have, when you leave, you will think that they're minimal. Because that's what I do when I get down on myself.
All right, so the governor always says, when you find something that's working, keep doing more of it. It's working.